What if I told you that a major boost to your finances is just around the corner? Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's official. The Social Security Administration, SSA, has confirmed a new payment update, and it's big. For all SSI payment holders, a new payout of $1,450 is on its way, with an increase of $967 being added to the monthly benefits. Sounds too good to be true? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down for you today, and you don't want to miss any of these life-changing details. Before we dive in, let me ask, how much of a difference would an extra $967 make in your life? Would it help you catch up on bills, stock up on essentials, or finally give you some breathing room in your monthly budget? Just imagine what you could do with that extra income flowing in each month. For some, it might mean being able to afford quality healthcare or pay off lingering debts. For others, it could provide a little wiggle room to start saving for a rainy day or even splurge on something you've been putting off. No matter your situation, an additional $967 per month is nothing to sneeze at. Let us know in the comments how this increase could potentially change your life. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you'll never miss an update on essential benefits, financial tips, and other important news that could help you secure a brighter future. Alright, let's get into it. December 31 Street isn't just the last day of the year this time, it's a day of hope for millions of SSI recipients. If you've been keeping up with the SSA announcements, you already know that big changes have been in the works. But what does this specific increase mean? Why now, and how can you make sure you're fully prepared to benefit? Don't worry, we're breaking down every detail, from what led to this massive adjustment to how it will impact your payments moving forward. The SSA's announcement couldn't have come at a better time, could it? With inflation eating away at savings and everyday costs like groceries and utilities rising faster than ever, many Americans have been feeling the pinch. SSI recipients, who are often among the most financially vulnerable, have been hit particularly hard. The question on everyone's mind has been, when will there be meaningful help? And now, finally, it seems like the SSA has stepped up with a plan that could make a real difference. If you've been wondering why this increase is happening now, let's unpack that. The SSA doesn't just increase payments on a whim. This particular change is tied to the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. The COLA is calculated each year based on inflation data, ensuring that benefits like SSI keep up with rising costs. For 2024, the COLA has led to one of the most significant adjustments in years. In fact, this new $967 increase is a direct result of this formula, designed to make sure your benefits stretch further even as prices climb. To give you a little background, the COLA is determined by tracking the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW, which measures the average change in prices for goods and services over time. As inflation rises, so does the need for a larger COLA to maintain the purchasing power of Social Security benefits. By tying the COLA to this index, the SSA aims to ensure that recipients can afford the same standard of living from year to year, despite fluctuations in the economy. Here's the exciting part. This adjustment isn't just a temporary fix. Once your payment increases, that extra $967 becomes a part of your monthly benefit moving forward. Imagine what that means for your budget over the course of a year, or even 5 years. Have you already started thinking about how you'd use that extra cash? Would you save it, spend it, or invest it in something meaningful? Maybe you'd finally be able to take that dream vacation you've been putting off, or perhaps you'd use it to help support a loved one in need. Share your thoughts below, we'd love to hear how this could impact your life. Now, let's talk about eligibility. If you're currently receiving SSI, you're already in line for this increase. But it's always a good idea to double-check your records and ensure that your information with the SSA is up to date. If there's even a slight error, it could delay your payment. So, before the big day arrives, take a moment to log into your SSA account or give them a call to confirm everything is accurate. You'll want to make sure your address, phone number, and banking details are all correct, as any discrepancies could potentially cause issues with your payment. For those who might be new to SSI or considering applying, this is also the perfect time to learn more about the program and how it works. SSI, or Supplemental Security Income, is designed to provide financial assistance to individuals with limited income and resources, including seniors, people with disabilities, and even some children. If you or someone you know qualifies, this increase could be a game changer. To be eligible for SSI, you must meet strict financial requirements. Generally, you must have limited income and resources, such as cash, bank accounts, stocks, and bonds, below a certain threshold. The exact limits vary based on factors like your living situation, marital status, and whether you have any dependents. It's worth noting that certain assets, like your primary residence and a modest amount of savings, are typically excluded from the resource calculation. If you're interested in applying for SSI, the process can seem daunting at first, but don't let that discourage you. The SSA has a wealth of resources available to guide you through the application, including online tools and local offices where you can get in-person assistance. Have questions about the application process? Drop them in the comments, and we'll cover them in a future video. So, when can you expect to see this new payment hit your account? Mark your calendars for Tuesday, December 31. That's the day when the new payment, including the $967 increase, is set to roll out. And yes, this isn't just a one-time bonus, it's a permanent adjustment. This means your January payment and everyone after that will reflect the new total. This payment schedule is also tailored to ensure that no recipient faces delays due to federal holidays. For SSI beneficiaries, this is a much-needed reassurance. If you receive both Social Security and SSI benefits, your new COLA increase will likely be reflected on January 3 road, based on the SSA's schedule. Others, such as retirees or SSDI beneficiaries, will see their increased payments later in January, depending on their birth dates. For SSI beneficiaries, it's essential to remember that the payment arriving on December 31 is technically your January payment. It's not a bonus check, but rather an early disbursement to ensure you have access to your funds without any interruptions during the holiday. If you receive 2 payments in December, make sure to budget wisely to cover your January expenses. As you prepare for this increase, consider what this extra money could mean for your household. Could it help you pay off debts, afford better medical care, or simply provide some breathing room for everyday expenses? These increases, while modest, are a step toward greater financial security for millions of Americans. For some SSI recipients, this additional income could be the difference between struggling to make ends meet and finally being able to build up a modest emergency fund. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you have a little cushion to fall back on in case of unexpected expenses or a temporary loss of income. Or perhaps this increase will allow you to upgrade to a more reliable vehicle, making it easier to get to work or medical appointments. Others might use the extra funds to invest in their health, whether that means being able to afford prescription medications, pay for therapy sessions, or join a gym to prioritize physical fitness. When you're no longer constantly worrying about how to make ends meet, you can focus more energy on taking care of yourself and your loved ones. Let's also touch on the broader significance of this adjustment. The SSA's commitment to the COLA adjustment underscores the importance of Social Security as a lifeline for millions. By ensuring that benefits keep pace with inflation, the program continues to provide crucial support in an ever-changing economic landscape. It's worth noting that Social Security is more than just a retirement program, it's a vital safety net for individuals of all ages who find themselves unable to work due to disability or other circumstances. For many families, these benefits are the difference between financial stability and falling into poverty. While the COLA increase is certainly welcome news, it's also a reminder of the ongoing need to protect and strengthen Social Security for future generations. As our population ages and more Americans rely on these benefits, it's crucial that we have a sustainable system in place to support those who need it most. Before we wrap up, a quick word of caution. Scammers often target Social Security beneficiaries, especially during COLA adjustment periods. Be wary of anyone claiming they can expedite your payment or asking for personal information. Remember, the SSA will never ask for fees or sensitive details over the phone or via email. When in doubt, reach out directly to the SSA to verify any suspicious communication. These scammers can be incredibly convincing, often using scare tactics or posing as government officials to try and trick you into revealing sensitive information like your Social Security number or bank account details. They may claim that you need to pay a fee to receive your increased benefits or threaten that your payments will be withheld if you don't comply with their demands. It's important to remain vigilant and never provide personal information to unsolicited callers or emails. If you suspect you've been targeted by a scammer, report it immediately to the SSA's Office of the Inspector General and the Federal Trade Commission. Protecting yourself from fraud is crucial, especially when it comes to safeguarding your hard-earned benefits. As December 31 approaches, the excitement and anticipation among beneficiaries are palpable. This increase represents more than just a number, it's an acknowledgement of the financial challenges so many face and a step toward providing some much-needed relief. For those who have been struggling to make ends meet, this additional income could be life-changing. Imagine being able to afford nutritious meals without having to skip doses of medication or choose between paying the rent or keeping the lights on. Or perhaps this increase will finally allow you to replace that old, inefficient appliance that's been driving up your utility bills. Even for those who aren't in dire financial straits, this extra money can still make a significant difference. It could mean being able to treat yourself or a loved one to a special occasion without going into debt, or finally being able to save up for that home repair or renovation you've been putting off. Ultimately, this COLA increase is a testament to the enduring importance of Social Security in supporting the most vulnerable members of our society. While it may not solve every financial challenge, it's a step in the right direction, a reminder that we have a responsibility to ensure that no one is left behind as the cost of living continues to rise. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss an update on Social Security, benefits, and financial tips that matter to you. Let us know in the comments, how do you plan to use your increased benefits? Will it help you catch up on bills, build up your savings, or splurge on something you've been putting off? We can't wait to hear your stories and share more insights with you in our next video.